All right. Ever since the beginning of time, ladies and gentlemen, man has been doing what he can to try to show his affection to woman, show his affection to his specific lady. Sometimes it's done with a kiss. Sometimes it's done with a touch. Sometimes it's done with a whole lot of kisses and a whole lot of touches. With the fingers as well as other parts of the body. Trying to get his point across. Trying to let his woman know how much he dig her, how much he adore her. And keeping with that trend, ladies and gentlemen, we the members of Boosters Rubber Band would like to first of all say thanks very kindly for bringing us this far. That's to everybody and to especially the ladies. We have flowers for you, so if you can bring the house lights up just a little bit, we got some flowers for the women, see? This is our way of saying thank you. Pick up, man. Right on. Now, see, we went to Africa and got those flowers. Those flowers got a curse on them. All the women that got flowers, for some reason you can't help but say yes. A whole lot of kisses and a whole lot of touches. Thank you very kindly. I can remember at the beginning of the set when we spoke of a group of young men originating out of Cincinnati, Ohio. We failed to mention names. We didn't give you any names, any birth signs, anything of that sort. Sometimes we don't have time to go into that. But what we feel that is extremely necessary and what we must do each and every night is to introduce to you Boots' Rubber Band Singers. So if you will, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause first of all for Bone. Bone, Boots' Rubber Band Singers. Bone. And his partner, Peanut. Peanut, we love y'all.
I'd rather be with you. Yeah, I'd rather be with you. I'd rather be with you. Yeah, I'd rather be with you.
Till I'm dead. Oh yes I do. I'd rather be with you until that day will fly away. I just love that smiling face in the early side. Picture myself in life so fine.
I'd rather be with you.
Just realize I want to be your friend, not now and then, but until the end, I just love the way you act, and that's a fact. I want to be your number one, so yes to that. Oh, I just like to say that, oh man, long time ago. I know you may think I'm trying to be funny, baby. I'm really serious. Oh. It's a cold, cold world, baby. I'd really rather be with you, baby.
I'd just rather be.
Let me just take my time, baby. I'll show you how much I love you. I'd like to just play for you on my space base. Is it all right? Okay, in order to do that, y'all got to give me the funk in order for me to give you the funk. So let's pop our fingers right here. Quiet, fellas, real down. I want to hear the pops. Shh. I'm gonna take you there, baby. You know that place I was telling you about? Huh. I'm gonna take you there. Just keep popping your fingers, baby. And I'm gonna cream. You're gonna see me coming. I'm gonna come all in your face, baby. Hold on, baby. Pop on, baby. Watch out. I'm gonna take you there, baby. Watch out. Can I take you there? Can I take you there, baby? Okay, keep popping. I ain't through yet. Give me them pops. We're just about there. We're gonna nut this time, okay? Is it all right? We're gonna nut. We're gonna come at the same time. I just like to talk to you for a while.
I'd rather be with you. Yeah, I do. I'd rather be with you.
Listen, I was listening to Triple G's interview with Ade, and we kept talking about Mexican style. And I remember when that first started, were you ever disrespected that he was using that phrase, Mexican style?
No, I know what
he tried to bring Mexican fans.
Yeah.
That's what he tried, and
It worked a little bit. There was a couple there, 2 or 3.
It's fine. But that's why he say I have the Mexican style and everything because he wants Mexican fans.
Some of the greatest fighters of all time that you admire had trilogies, right? I mean, you've accomplished so much in the sport. You already have a Hall of Fame career. But do you feel like you needed that trilogy? Ali had a trilogy.
No.
Pacquiao had a trilogy. It'd be nice to have one.
It's nice to have one, right? But I think I don't need it to be in the books of history.
Right.
But look, I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to bring this kind of fight to my fans. I've been give the fans really good fights, so I'm happy to be here. So
100%. Now, going back to that Mexican style, he's also saying he's going to do that Mexican style. He didn't do it the second fight.
I love it.
You think he's going to do it?
I love the idea.
Okay.
Now,
I'm ready.
You've been talking about knockouts a lot, and you normally don't, project that I want to stop this guy. Do you feel like maybe you're putting a little pressure on yourself? Will you feel
pressure. That's what I work better.
Saul, will you be unhappy if you don't get the knockout?
No. I prepare myself for 12 rounds, but if the knockout comes, it's gonna be.
But you're looking for it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. Yeah.
Usually when you have a trilogy, that means that the fights are close and it's two great fighters. Do you feel like he's your best opponent?
Yeah, he's one of my best opponents. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I think the styles make the big fight we had. And that's good for boxing.
So what do you think about these odds? They have the odds so much in your favor, like you're just going to go in there and
I don't care. I don't care about the odds because when I fought him the last 2 fights, I'm not a favor. So
right.
And I win. So I don't pay attention on that too much.
Recently, I saw an interview, a clip of somebody asking you about Bivol. Do you want the rematch even if he loses to Ramirez? You said no. Do you still feel that way? Like if he doesn't beat Ramirez, you don't want to avenge that loss?
Look, I want Ramirez win. No, he's Mexican, and I want him win, obviously. But it depends on the result, right? If Bivol lost, I don't think we're going to have rematch, but we'll see.
But what about that personal feeling about wanting to avenge the loss? Like you think you'd be okay with it?
I lost trying other things, right?
Trying to be great, 175.
That's the people who don't talk about it.
No,
they talk about
when we do. We talk about it.
Yeah, no, other people. They talk about when somebody come on my way. Oh, he bring him in his weight class, but he don't talk. He move up and everything. But it's okay. I tried something else. I don't need it. I don't need to take that kind of risk. But I love take risk because I love challenge. And look, my mind is okay. I'm okay because I try something different, and that's what make the great fighters, right?
So if he does win Bivol, do you want him to come down to 168? Because he said that.
No, 175.
You'll still go back up.
175.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, well, that's good. But check this out. You said that you've never really disliked anybody like this. You hate this guy. What have you done different in training camp? How does that show?
No, I did my best in training camp. One of my best training camp I ever had. And I'm ready. I'm ready for Saturday. I started running again three times a week because, in 2018 I have surgery in my both knees.
Yeah.
So
I remember you used to wear the brace all the time. Yeah.
I started running again 3 times a week. So I feel strong. I feel ready for Saturday.
So even after this fight, let's say you win, Bivol's going to get a different fighter too. Somebody who's been running and getting ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
Different. A lot of things happen in that training camp, but it's okay. Lose is okay because you learn a lot of things. You learn what you don't need to do. So it's okay. You need to keep forward, and that's it.
What does Canelo? What else do you have to accomplish? I mean, you're chasing greatness, moving up and down weight.
Let's start right there. That's not a live interview. That's from yesterday, as you can see from the final press conference. So what's going on? In 12 minutes, we're going to have the weigh-in for the card, Canelo versus Golovkin 3, which is going to be $84.99. if you don't have the zone, but you get a free month of the zone if you order through the zone. If you order through your regular cable subscriber, like for example, I have Verizon Fios or your Dish, then it's $84.99 with no free month of the zone. If you do have the zone here in the States, they got Mikey Garcia. Let's see what he has to say. Recently retired. He made all that money. Look at Lou Diamond Phillips.
I decided not to fight anymore, but now I can enjoy coming to a fight, enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the energy. Something like this is terrific. It's amazing what, an event like this puts on and how much love you get from the fans. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be invited and just enjoy really from the outside.
It's amazing what Canelo's been able to do, isn't it? I mean, he can, even after a loss, by the way, to Bivol, thousands still turn up for a weigh-in.
When I see Mikey Garcia, you know what? You ever see
definitely the face of the Mexican fan base. And
look at that, Mikey. Look at that.
It's terrific. Look at
crazy.
And everybody's been here for at least an hour already. They're
You ever see The Dark Knight Rises, and like when Bane and Batman is fighting and Batman all rusty and Bane grab his hand when he go to punch him and he be like, "Oh, victory has defeated you." That shit. That's how I feel with Mikey Garcia. Like, he got that money from Matchroom, then ran into Sandor Martin, and that was the end.
Great fight. It's going to be a tremendous fight.
Victor in peace has defeated you.
Prove to everybody that the other two fights could have easily been his way. And by winning this fight tomorrow night, it's almost erasing the past.
Yeah.
So that's why Triple G is so motivated, so hungry. But at the same time, Canelo wants to prove to everybody that
got that money. Didn't know what to do with himself. Eddie Hearn ruined him with the paydays.
One of the very top pound-for-pound fighters in the world.
What do you make about Golovkin coming in at 40 now, but the extra 8 pounds, 168 pounds? Is that a good thing not to cut weight at 160, or is it maybe too much to add that much muscle onto a body at 40?
I actually think it's better.
I ain't gonna lie. I swore that Lou Diamond Phillips was Chicano too.
Because of the age,
but he ain't one of us.
better for him to move up a little bit of pounds to avoid hurting himself and hurting his body to cut so much to 160. He's been at 160 his whole career. I think this actually is going to benefit him and allow him to perform that much better.
That's how I feel.
Do for Canelo here? I mean, look, Canelo. Everyone wants to fight Canelo. Guys at 154 pounds are calling out Canelo. If Canelo does win, and look, the bookies say he's favorite to win, does he try and go the Bivol rematch? Does he maybe get a Benavidez, a Charlo in the ring? What do you think he does?
I think he really wants the rematch. He's been talking about that with Bivol. However, I think there's other fights that can lead to a much bigger rematch. I think he can probably look into Benavidez, Charlo, or somebody else alike and build up the rematch even bigger. He's a fighter. He's willing to fight anybody. That loss to Bivol really hurt him, and I think he wants to eventually get his revenge on that.
What about Gennady Golovkin? Let's not forget, unified champion at 160. If he loses, is it just a case of we got back down to 160? Or at 40, do you need to start maybe looking and talking?
How you guys doing, though? I'm going to do a poll in the chat on who wins.
Because he still holds, 3 belts at 160, he may decide to just come back to 160 and defend those titles or maybe pursue the last title remaining. But, again, it all depends on how this fight turns out for him. Let's see how his body reacts. Let's see how his body responds. Even if he loses, but he feels good and does well, then there's no reason for him to think about retirement. He's been a tremendous champion. He's a great fighter. I think there's still plenty more fights for him.
That's the main event. I want to get your thoughts on the co-main event. Someone that you know very well, Jesse Rodriguez. Look how much you smile just speaking about him.
Yes.
I think.
All right, let's talk for a little minute. This is the live weigh-in stream for Canelo versus Golovkin 3. The fight's going to be tomorrow, September the 17th, on the Zone here in the States, the Zone over in the UK, and they got to pay $60 for it over in Australia. Me and Big J talked about that earlier. The undercard is a little underwhelming. Showcase fights. You have Jesse Ben Rodriguez taking on Israel Gonzalez, Austin Ammo Williams. No, excuse me. The card's going to open up with, what's going to open up again with? Diego Pacheco. Hold on, let me pull it up for you. The card's going to open up with Diego Pacheco versus Enrique Collazo. Then Austin Ammo Williams, who looked high as a kite yesterday at the press conference, or drunk or something, or off. Maybe he's just weak from making weight. You know, he did have some mental health issues about a year, maybe 2 years ago. I hope he's okay. So Austin Ammo Williams taking on Kieran Conway. I'm hearing that that's going to be the fight to look out for. Ali Akhmedov taking on Gabriel Rosado. And then you have Jesse Bam Rodriguez Franco taking on Israel Gonzalez. So that's the four fights that are open in the pay-per-view or the main card portion. Pacheco versus Collazo, Williams versus Conway, Akhmedov versus Gabriel Rosado, Jesse Rodriguez versus Gonzalez, and then Canelo versus Golovkin. Now, me personally, the undercard, it's not that they're not going to be exciting fights or maybe, you know, like fan-friendly fights, but they don't mean anything. You see what I'm saying? They don't really mean anything. You know, Bam Rodriguez, in my opinion, he's on the card to basically, he's being rewarded for the good year that he's having. And also, he's Mexican, you know, so we had to get another one of our Mexican brothers on the card. This is them talking to Golovkin yesterday. Oh, yeah, Golovkin was talking spicy.
And takes
Listen
on
to this
Canelo
shit.
Alvarez. Gennady, just before we came in, I said you look really good. Your face, big smile, happy. Is it the 168? Those
Pay
extra
attention to
pounds,
this.
maybe?
You know, I feel very comfortable because, you know, like I'm so excited for fight, you know, to fight, and I feel great.
I've always wondered why you never took the step up to 168 before. You dominated 160 pounds, and I always thought that you were going to go up to 168. Why not?
You know, last 12 years, I still
Let me see if that
champion
works.
160. You know, just
That
I have a
barcode.
belts right now. I have 3 belts in 160. You know, I don't have chance.
Talk to me about you and Jonathan Banks. You were with Abel Sanchez for so long, so successful. This will be your 5th camp with Jonathan Banks now. The improvements are there. I think people see them. How's it been with Jonathan?
Oh, I can tell you details, like so many different, you know, so many different, like, you know, style.
It works.
View, road, you know, like a different school.
The 2 fights with Canelo have been controversial. The first fight, I personally thought you won the first fight, like 100%. I don't know anyone that disagrees. The second fight was very close. Why has it taken so long for a third fight to be made?
You know, I'm ready for a second fight. You know, just I don't know why. Like, you know, everybody wait like 4 years. You know, I remember my first fight, my second fight. You know, right now like we have like trilogy. Trilogy is completely different story. I hope like same like a first and second fight, like a big, nice, beautiful fight.
Your style has always been Mexican style.
The fighters are going to be weighing in 5 minutes.
Has that style changed a little bit under Jonathan?
I have more experience. Yeah, Jonathan, he showed me more beautiful stuff. You know, I try. I show you this weekend.
A lot's been spoken about your age, right? Everyone now keeps talking that GGG is 40. He's maybe too old now. He's not the GGG of maybe 6-7 years ago. How do you feel at 40?
You know, I feel like 40 years old. You know, I like my age. You know, I like my experience, my life experience. You know, like I like what I have right now. You know, just how I feel right now. I feel very comfortable.
I remember the second fight with you and Canelo. You guys embraced at the end of the fight. There was a nice cuddle between you two. Since then, It's been very, very bitter between you two. Why?
Bitter.
Where's that come from?
I don't know. Just, you know, like I know I don't know exactly why, you know, because, you know, like I shake hands, you know, like everything is good. And after again, like, you know, he said like he stays so quiet, you know, like last 4 years and last like, you know, couple months, like he start, like, you know, like look his strategy. I don't know why. Just maybe this promoter, his promotion, like, you know, to fight. Like, I don't know.
Did you watch his fight against Bivol?
Listen to this.
Not like all fight, just only, you know, highlights. Yes.
What did you make of his performance?
I'm so sad.
Really?
Yes.
For Canelo?
For Canelo, yeah.
Why?
You know, he's a big star from boxing, you know, and he looks so, like, horrible.
Do you think that, again, a lot of people think that maybe you're not the GGG of 5-6 years ago. Canelo is no longer the same guy, is he, as well?
You know, like, he's 32 years old, you know, like, probably right now he...
60 plus fights?
Yes, you know, he, like, he's, you know, prepare, you know, like I don't know, just every fight is different, every fighter is different, you know, like sometimes, you know, like you wake up, you have a bad day, you know.
A lot of people, prior to the Bivol fight, a lot of people said that you cannot beat Canelo in Vegas because of the scorecards. The judges will always favor Canelo. Now, with the Bivol win, do you think now that maybe that has changed?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I hope everything's changed because Bivol, he show everybody, like it's possible. It's a possible decision. Yeah, I know, like Canelo, he doesn't like, like a judge, decision. Like he said, I win. Like, come on, guys. Like,
yeah, they've been doing a lot of ceremonial weigh-ins lately for boxing.
Both of the first 2 fights.
100%.
100%. The second one, 100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and the judges.
Judges is judges. Like everybody has one judge give me, one judge give him. Like a second judge is like everybody have different view, different angle.
Your knockout record is one of the best in middleweight history, right? It's incredible in boxing history. 2 fights with Canelo. Neither of you guys have touched down. They've been very close. You hurt each other a lot. Do you think you can knock out Canelo?
Everything is possible. This is boxing, and Canelo and me, it's next level. Like people sometimes don't understand. Said, hey, why you not knocking down him? Just hey, come on, guys. This is a very highest level. This is because I know him, he knows me. We exactly knows what we're doing. It's a hard.
How many more fights left, GGG? I love watching you fight, by the way. So I want to say at least 5 more years. Yeah. How many fights left?
I have plan for 160. So many countries. Just we try. Just for my first focus for this fight, and we'll talk later.
If you win this fight, last couple of questions. If you win this fight, are you staying at 168, or do you go back down to 160, or do you go to 175?
I don't know. I want to tell you more business side, who bring more interesting big name. We got it.
Yeah, Chris Eubank Jr. Has been calling you out for a long time in the UK.
He lost his pen.
He has fight, yeah.
He has fight against Conor Ben.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It's a tough fight. Come on, guys.
It is a tough fight. Yeah. Give me a prediction. How does the fight play out on Saturday?
Great fight. My biggest gift for fans.
Mexican style.
Absolutely.
Triple G, good luck.
Thank you,
on
sir.
Saturday. It's going to be a fantastic fight. It always is a good fight between GGG and Canelo. If the first 2 fights are anything to go on, the third fight is going to be true Mexican style, right? That's what we say, true Mexican style. Golovkin, good luck.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
So let me tell y'all, listen.
I have sunglasses.
I'm picking Golovkin. Call me crazy. But the only thing is, he's going to need a knockout. He ain't winning on no cards. He ain't winning on no cards, bro. I don't know how he gonna do it. So what's your predictions? Let me read what they say in the so far 37% of the 52 people that voted. God damn it, you guys don't do nothing. I put a poll in the chat. At least you can do is vote on the poll so I can read the results. Or like the video or something. We're not doing this for our health. So let's hear what they have to say. Chris Mannix and Sergio Moro.
Coming in. When you see this type of crowd gather, you start to make yourself believe it's going to be great. Now, this may have been great anyway, but as you watch this crowd, Canelo fans, Golovkin fans, you start to really believe that these 2 guys, almost 4 years removed from their last fight, can deliver another classic.
You know what I've seen that's crazy? Unlike any other boxing event, I'm seeing guys wearing Golovkin shirts and Canelo hats. That's almost a respect for both, isn't it?
And I'll tell you why, because Mexicans they'll accept someone that's not Mexican. They accepted Filipino star in Manny Pacquiao for a long time because of his style. They accepted Golovkin. They phrased it Mexican style because they love just, the way he brings the fight. So Mexicans, they've already accepted him as a fellow Mexican.
I met Sergio Moro in New York before he fought Danny Jacobs the first time. He was sassy as fuck.
Mexican colors, so yeah, they love it.
Which, to be fair, come fight night.
There's no draw in the option for the poll because they only give you 4 options to add. You can't add a 5th.
He draws an incredible crowd. I have no doubt he will on Saturday night.
I've been waiting for GGG to make that trip to 168 forever. Right? When he was the king, the monster of 160 pounds, Is it too late now to add 8 pounds into your body?
No, it's not, because the older you get, the more that it's going to cost you to dehydrate down to that weight. Triple G is one of the greatest middleweights in the world, but he's been a career-long middleweight. Now that he's going to have those 8 extra pounds, believe me, if 2 pounds is going to be crucial, 8 pounds is going to be a lot. So for an older fighter in his 40 years old, that's going to be big.
That's
not
the key.
having to dehydrate those
I'm
last
telling
extra
you,
pounds.
I got Golovkin.
He can
I
add
think
that
he's going
to strength and muscle and build endurance.
It really is remarkable that Golovkin, who was a 160-pound amateur as well, has been 160 for this long. And I agree with Sergio. I think he can gain something for moving up to 168, especially when it comes to protecting that body. He won't be quite as weight drained. He'll have a little bit more muscle on that frame, a little more water in his system, and that's going to enable him to maybe be a little bit tougher
GGG.
in that midsection.
Sergio,
There's no muscles on the liver. I'll tell you that right now.
But you know what I mean, though. Like,
guys, I knew you guys were going to do this. We got to go to the stage because David Diamante is there with our moves.
All right, they're starting with the weigh-in. So we're going to talk after the weigh-in, and then we're going to talk about some other boxing topics as well, like what's going on with Spence versus Crawford. All right, let's go full screen. We'll talk after the weigh-in. Take your time out, like the video, subscribe. We're going to be here streaming tomorrow night during the main event. I'm going to be covering all of the fights on the main card. And we will be here for the post-fight press conference, streaming that. So it's going to be busy tomorrow. You know, if you want to hang out tomorrow night during the main event, we'll have a live chat. We'll be checking in between rounds, showing brief legal highlights. Nice. Look at that big-ass crowd there, though. The buzz is definitely there. Buzz is definitely there. I hope they don't do no concert. Are they about to do a concert? Oh, Lord. Is that Tattoo? Who's this man? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué tal? Okay.
Vamos a darle al Canelo un homenaje, así que quiero que me levanten las manos, todos mis hermanos, el grito de mexicanos, porque ahora tenemos la presencia, siempre hacemos rap con contundencia, damos grito de dolor porque tenemos esencia, y viva México porque es día de la independencia.
Okay, who's that man? What's about to go down?
¿Cómo suena Jay? ¿Listo? Pero quiero ver a todos con las manos arriba para recibir a nuestro compatriota el Canelo.
That's it? Oh, here we go.
Manos arriba, mis paisanos. Han sido años de entrenamiento, fortalecimiento, preparando armamento y cuerpo para buscar alcanzar el 100%. Lo sé y lo siento, ha llegado mi momento. Conozco todos sus movimientos. Doy un paso adelante hasta de tu pensamiento. Lo siento, pero solo volverás al viento. Cuando cuenten hasta 10 se te acaba el cuento. Dejándolo todo hasta el último aliento. Haciendo que el público se pare del asiento. Combinando disciplina y talento. Yo, hasta ser el mejor de todos los tiempos.
They may not copyright me for this shit or I'm going to be hot. Look at Shadow Combat. I thought you said it wasn't no buzz, T. Grow up.
Manos arriba para el Canelo, cómo no. Muchas gracias y que viva México.
And I never said it wasn't no buzz. I said it feels like it's no buzz, you motherfucker. Don't come in my chat talking that mess. Fool.
Jane La Cueva and Asesino. Let's hear it out there, ladies and gentlemen.
I definitely got to mute that. That little beat will get me copywritten for sure. Come up in my chat talking shit. I like that joint though. That was a nice little, you know, short and sweet. But yeah, it's a lot of motherfuckers there. Look at that shit. That shit is wild. So there you go. Look at that crowd. That's enough. I've seen enough. I've seen enough.
The boxing, I'm all for it. The fighters, we can care less.
I was promised Bruce Springsteen. Didn't happen.
Yeah, well, that's never going to happen. You see the QR code there? Scan it if you want to watch the fight.
It works.
Remember, it's
I tried
live
it.
on the Zone pay-per-view. You do not want to miss
That QR
this
code for the pay-per-view, it works. So try it. Buy the fight.
2017. The first fight between the two. Honest here now. Who won the first fight? How did you score it? If you can remember. It was a long time.
Well, I'll give you my opinion. I watched that fight live, and I thought Canelo did well, but he didn't win the fight. So at best, it was a draw. Then I watched it and rewatched it on tape. Golovkin won that fight with the jab, just a power jab. But I watched it on television. Now, in the rematch, I thought it was a different story. Still a close fight. I watched that on television. I thought Canelo.
Here's some of the action we're seeing from the first fight. And look, maybe they've just cut it so we can only see GGG successes. Oh, there you go. An uppercut from Canelo. How did you have it, man?
I had it for Gennady Golovkin. It was a close fight, but I thought his aggressiveness and his jab did enough to carry the day. Look, I thought Canelo in that fight ran out of gas.
Yeah.
Came out really fast, and then as you got those middle rounds, you started to tire under the relentless pressure of Golovkin and wound up fighting off his back foot, which you really can't do against Gennady Golovkin. So it was close, but I scored it for Golovkin, I believe.
I can't stand UK rap.
Yeah, moving a year later to 2018 when they fought for the second time, that one scored to Canelo. I gave it to Canelo. I thought Canelo done the better work in there. How did you see it, Mo?
The funny thing is, the first fight, Canelo had to close off strong to get a draw. And the second one, Golovkin closed out the championship rounds to get a majority decision. I mean, they're so competitively even. It's incredible. It's just like Riddick Bowe and Evander Holyfield. They have so much similarities. They throw the same punches. That's why it's so hard to pick between the two and decipher who's being more effective. That's just
one thing. No, Canelo couldn't hurt Golovkin. Can he hurt him at a higher weight?
Odds are favoring Canelo, but if it's going to be a knockout, the body's going to be the target.
So I scored the second fight for Golovkin as well, but I had no problem with the decision. Whenever you score close, 115, 113, and it goes the other way, there were so many close rounds. You can see the judges seeing something a little bit different than you did.
They're going to copyright my ass to smithereens. Watch.
How impressive Canelo was. Throughout the career of Gennady Golovkin, no one has pushed him in the way that Canelo pushed him.
Turn that down.
He kind of unlocked the secret to fighting Golovkin, closing that space between them, forcing Golovkin to fight off his back foot. He was incredibly effective. I was just more impressed by Golovkin's jab, which he threw at a superior rate, than I was with Canelo's speed and power shots.
If the third fight is similar to the first two, where does this rank in terms of trilogies, recent trilogies? I know, we can go back sort of 56 years, but in terms of recent trilogies, where does it rank?
Yeah, I think the body shots are going to be key for Canelo. And Golovkin doesn't go to the body. If he did, he would have had a lot more success in both fights. So I'm going to be interested to see if he's going to try to do that this fight. And remember, this fight's taking place at 168 pounds, not 160. That's a whole 8 pounds. And I think that benefits Golovkin more than it benefits Canelo. Because, like 8 pounds is significant in boxing. So, I'm wondering if Canelo's punches are going to have the same sting. Remember, he wasn't able to hurt Golovkin. So we're or people who are picking Canelo, they're relying on Golovkin's age to show up. And for Canelo to be able to, brutally beat him to the body. Now, Canelo's body attack, from what we've seen, has improved significantly over the years. He's always been known as a great body puncher, but he's become a lot more accurate over the last several years since they fought, the second time. And, he will definitely try to beat up your arms. But remember, these guys have sparred before, and Golovkin has a very, very high ring IQ. So it's going to be his body that could potentially let him down. I don't think that the IQ will, But one thing for sure is Floyd went to the body against him, but Floyd wasn't really known to be a big time puncher though. Floyd, best punch to me was that straight to the body. That was my favorite punch of his. They got the Mariachi band from the Vineyard.
Sportsbook. With action is good, why go anywhere else? O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. MGM Rewards.
But yeah, I think Golovkin can pull it off. Don't be surprised if it's a mega upset tomorrow night.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's an historic fight card. Like I said, we have 8 fights on the card. 5 of them are title fights. 2 are world titles. And at the top of the bill, it's the rematch. It's the trilogy. 12 rounds for the undisputed super middleweight championship of the world. And it's all going out live around the world exclusively.
I got a question for you. What's a good drink, alcoholic drink, if you go to the gym every day and you're cutting calories? I'm thinking vodka and soda. No beer, definitely. No beer. No dark alcohol. What's a low calorie like alcohol? Is he weighing in that shit?
Wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome Delvin Gator McKinley.
My man showed up with he got a whole polo shirt. He just came from fucking school.
And his opponent now making his way to the stage. He is undefeated in his young career as a professional with a record of
no regular soda, carbonated water. You can that's no calorie.
Los Angeles, California. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Anthony Superman.
I want to go treat myself to dinner tonight. You know, get me a couple drinks, but I don't want to fuck up my diet.
Now to the scale, ladies and gentlemen, Delvin McKinley.
Nah, no soda. I'm talking about, I don't want no cranberry, though. That's calories. I want like a just, you know.
And now to the scale.
Definitely like a youth pastor.
Anthony Herrera.
I ain't drinking no fucking White Claw. You go drink some White Claw. Come here, throw some fucking White Claw. What is you talking about? Maybe I should get some Tecate. Born bold. Motherfucker talking about some White Claw. I'm offended. Yeah, I'm in the gym every day. I've lost like 34 pounds, something like that. I know I shouldn't drink any alcohol, motherfucker. Shit, yeah, that's why I don't like asking you guys questions. Y'all always judging me.
6 rounds,
Jesus.
super flyweights, Herrera McKinley, Las Vegas, Nevada, Matchroom Boxing.
I thought you guys were my mates.
Zone.
All y'all do is give me a hard time. I thought we were friends. All y'all do is give me a hard time. That's all. All of y'all. All y'all do is give me a hard time. Every time I come on these streams, y'all always, you know, cussing me out and calling me names and calling me Gordo, all that shit. You know, I'm half black, half Irish, and half full-blooded Chicano. So then I got to deal with like my black friends calling me a coon, my Mexican homies calling me a poncho.
3,000, 4,000 people at the
Killing
weigh-in.
me.
Wow. I mean, look, this is big for them because there's so many people and they're fighting early in the night, so they might not have that many people in the venue because of their first bout. So this is kind of an event right now for them. It's nerves must be kicking in. But those small weight classes, man, they're starting to pop off.
Yeah, it's 2 ways to look at it.
I'm just not going to drink. How about that? I'm just not going to drink. Y'all ruined it. Y'all ruined it. I'm just going to stay my motherfucking ass in the house and do some chores and shit. Prepare for tomorrow night.
Next contest is brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing in association with Clase y Talento and
Degenerates.
Canelo promotion scheduled for 6 rounds in the super lightweight division. And now
Diet Squirt. What the hell is that?
Professional record, absolutely perfect. 8 fights, 8 victories, 3 of them coming by way of knockout.
No, I'm not drinking. You ruined
de Lomas del Paraíso,
No.
Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, Fernando Ferros Molina.
They're doing the whole card. These are going to be the fights that are going to be on the YouTube portion leading into the pay-per-view. The pay-per-view is going to open up with Diego Pacheco taking on a Enrique Colazo.
6 victories, 2 of them coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Hialeah Gardens in Florida. Please welcome Aaron, the Alien King Aponte. Aponte.
Nah, I don't want the tequila. I'm gonna go out, have me a nice little grilled chicken breast. Get me a couple drinks, come home, go to sleep. Diet Squirt is like Fresca. Why gotta be called Squirt though? I just can't say Diet Soda. Why gotta be called Squirt?
140 pounds, bang on the super lightweight limit for Ferros, Fernando Molina.
But yeah, there's a lot of motherfucking people there.
And now to the scale, the Alien King, Aaron Aponte.
What the hell do Eddie Hearn got on? Is he a Crip?
139.8 pounds for Aaron Aponte.
What's that called? Cultural appropriation? What's up with Eddie Hearn? Ew, I don't drink no gin. That old timey ass drink. Ew. I ain't drinking that shit. Squirt is the name of the brand. Well, they got to get a new brand name. That's offensive. I don't drink energy drinks. Like, what's up with Eddie Hearn? He moving weight. Did you notice he always wear Dolce
super lightweights.
every time Canelo
Aponte
fight? I think
versus
Canelo gives him
Molina.
that shit.
8 rounds at super lightweights.
But seriously, you do like he sell drugs for MTK Global. The now defunct MTK Global. Seven and 7. Haven't heard that in a long time.
Our next contest, ladies and gentlemen, 8 rounds in the lightweight division, making his way to the stage at this time.
Look, he's doing a deal right now on his phone.
He has 2 draws, 3 of them coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Ciudad de Mexico, Distrito.
Yeah, Eddie's 6'5".
Kevin El Conan Montiel Mendoza. Mendoza. And his opponent now making his way to the stage. His professional record, a perfect one. 7 fights, 7 victories, 5 of them coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Fresno, California.
This is the main event for the YouTube card leading in prelims to the pay-per-view.
Mark Castro.
Nah, you know what I want? A Zima. Let me get some of that shit. Where that shit at? Remember Zima? Give me one of those.
135.2 for Mendoza. 135.2 pounds for Mendoza.
I'll take a
And now
Zima,
to the scale,
please.
ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the undefeated Mark Castro.
Them teeth are something else.
134.4 for Mark Castro. 134.4.
Hell no, I ain't drinking no fucking Long Islands. I'm a lightweight. Y'all want me to get on here and do a stream trolling, cussing people out? Y'all don't want that. Y'all don't want the old T Street to come out. I'll be out here cussing up a storm, getting copyrights and shit. No way, man. Those days are over. T Street washed up. I'm telling you, 3 drinks, I'll be done. I'm finished. I'll be ready to go to sleep. I can't hang no more, bro. I do vape hella pot though. That's my shit. I love the reefer. That's my thing. But yeah, we're gonna be here tomorrow streaming during the main event.
The weigh-in continues right now. We've got a 10-round contest for the vacant WBC USNBC Silver Super Middleweight Championship. Making his way to the stage at this time, professional record, 16 wins, 2 defeats, 1 draw, 11 wins coming by way of...
This is opening up the main card right here. Diego Pacheco versus Enrique Calazo.
Collazo. And his opponent now making his way to the stage. His professional record, a perfect one. 15.
I did mushrooms and LSD before, like 12 years ago, both at the same time. Crazy.
Central Los Angeles, California. Here is the former 8-time amateur national.
I ended up playing darts in the cold ass cabin for like fucking 6 hours, some shit. Felt like I was floating.
Pacheco.
I want to do DMT, and I want Mike Tyson to be my shepherd. I want to meet the Toad. The Toad, like this galactic being that you meet when you take DMT. Mike Tyson had met him, and he like solves all your problems and shit. This big ass Toad.
167.8 for Enrique Collazo. 167.8. And out of the scale, the young undefeated Diego Pacheco.
I'm going to be paying attention to this kid.
167 pounds, bang on for Diego Pacheco. 167 for the undefeated Diego Pacheco.
I'm gonna do DMT one day, like one day in the next like couple years. You know, I'm gonna try to see if I can get Mike Tyson to shepherd for me, to watch me and shit. I didn't really see nothing when I did the shrooms. I did shrooms and I dropped acid the same night. This was in the Poconos, 2010 maybe. And all I remember was like playing Kanye West album, the one with Runaway. And I was in this cold ass cabin, like kept throwing darts at the board, boom, boom. And I did that shit for like 6 hours while everybody else was in the house partying. I was zoned the fuck out. But I wanted to see I wanted to see some shit, but I didn't, So I think maybe it was a bad batch. But that's pretty much the only drugs I did. What else? I had a Percocet issue after I got out the coma. I had like an endless supply of Percocets because I was fucking paralyzed. So I didn't really get high off of those either. I didn't really, feel it.
He fights out of Northampton, England. Please welcome.
Never did coke though. Can't do that. Putting shit up your nose, like ugh. I don't even like when water get up there.
Conway.
I'm looking forward to this fight though.
Conway.
Yes, I would. Oh my God, yes, Caesar. I would love for Mike Tyson to babysit me while I do DMT. That's like my ultimate dream. That and getting high and going partying with Chavez Jr.
11 fights, 11 victories. 9 of his 11 wins coming by way of knockout. He represents H-Town, Houston, Texas. Here is the undefeated Southpaw. He's the former WBA Continental America's middleweight champion, Austin Ammo Williams. And out of the scale, ladies and gentlemen, Kieran, 2-class Conway.
It is a Dolce shirt that he's wearing. You see the DG right there in the middle, but it looks like a crip, like he cripping.
159.2 pounds for Kieran, 2-class Conway.
I'm looking forward to that fight right there. I heard that's going to be a good one.
Austin Ammo Williams.
And speaking of getting high, Austin Ammo looked like he was high as shit yesterday.
160, bang on the middleweight limit for 160 pounds for Austin Ammo Williams.
Yeah, I was pissed.
160 pounds.
What was it? They give you like a little piece of paper. It's this little ass piece of paper, and you put it under your tongue. You're supposed to let it dissolve. So I'm sitting there waiting for the, like the trippy shit to happen, thinking I'm going to be seeing pink elephants and, big ass raccoons and shit. Because one dude who told me about his first trip on acid when we were there at the, it was like a cabin getaway. And he was like, like he saw this big ass frightening raccoon. And like he was like running from the raccoon and shit, but it wasn't really no raccoon. So I wanted that type of experience. But all I did was play darts for like fucking 6 hours. Oh, look at the dog. Cute dog. Nah, Broner fucked up our payday. What's going on with Ammo, man? I hope he's all right.
Austin Williams, Kieran Conway, 10 rounds for the vacant WBA International Middleweight Championship. Matchroom Boxing live on DAZN pay-per-view from Las Vegas, Nevada, USA.
Yeah, Adrian Broner had challenged me to a fight during the Mikey Garcia press conference, and he said he was going to beat my ass for $50,000. So I was like, "What's up? What's up?"
Right after
You know,
the weigh-in here,
but he ended up losing
his second straight
to Mikey.
title as a
Fucked up our
pro
payday.
regional belt here. You said you do not fight for points, my friend. What will you be fighting for tomorrow night?
I fight for explosion. Y'all gonna see something explosive. Y'all gonna love what y'all see. I see everybody out here for Canelo Alvarez, and I love it. But by the time y'all leave, y'all gonna be chanting Ammo Williams, because I'm gonna give y'all a real show.
Oh, yeah?
This is a world stage for you. Probably for the first time, a platform of this magnitude. What are you hoping that show entails?
Man, I just hope that I give y'all the show that y'all paid for. I just hope that y'all happy when y'all leave and y'all excited and y'all got an experience that y'all never forget. This is for y'all. What I'm about to do on September 17th is for y'all. I love the people.
Austin, you made promises before. You backed them up. Good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
I know that announcer dude was that short. It's a little fella right there.
Official weigh-in continues. Our next contest is brought to you by Matchroom Boxing in association with Triple G Promotions, as they're proud to present.
I don't think it was acid either, man. Lewis. I was kind of pissed. I was like, man, y'all said I was going to be seeing some shit. This bullshit.
And now making his way to the stage, his professional record, 26 victories, 15 defeats, 1 draw, with 15 big wins coming by way of knockout. He originally fights out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and now lives, fights, and trains out of San Juan, Puerto Rico. Here is the former WBA Continental Americas and WBO International Silver Super Middleweight Champion, the exciting and the courageous King Gabriel Rosado. And his opponent now making his way to the stage. His professional record, 18 victories, 1 lone defeat. He has 14 wins coming by way of
Yeah, Fred. That's a little motherfucker, man. Barbershop Conversations. He little as shit. And Steven Espinoza and Bob Arum. They're little people.
Akhmedov.
Like, I'm 6'3", you know, and I was just 300 pounds, you know, about 2-3 months ago. So, you know, when I see these motherfuckers, they be tiny. And people think I'm tiny because I sit in a chair all the time.
And now to the scale, ladies and gentlemen, King Gabriel Rosado.
But they be little as shit.
167.6 for King Gabe Rosado. 167.6. And now to the scale, ladies and gentlemen, Ali Akhmedov. 167.8 pounds for Ali Akhmedov.
See, now I'm not going to drink tonight. You guys ruined it. I'm going to feel bad. I can't have nothing. No, Bob Arum legit like 5'4". Like, he's a really, like, it's not the hunchback. Like, he's really, like, overall a tiny dude. You know who a fucking giant, though? Gilberto Ramirez. I met him in person. And Bertabiev got these big-ass fucking hands and forearms. Like, freakish.
For the vacant IBF North American and the vacant WBC Silver Super Middleweight Championship. Matchroom Boxing in association with Triple G Promotions, live on DAZN pay-per-view.
Boxing Ego, he tall as shit too. We're about the same height. You wouldn't be able to tell, but dude is like fucking.
With Gabe
like,
Rosado
huge.
and Gabe, we come
Balls.
to you, Baron Gibbs, my friend. This is from the Ring Magazine, recognizing your knockout of the year in 2021.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it, man. Great fight. I plan on doing it again.
You called this the card of the year yesterday.
Yeah.
How would you describe the scene in front of you here?
Oh, this is great. I'm Boricua, but Viva Mexico!
You have been in the ring with many great fighters before. What are you hoping to remind everyone of your skills tomorrow night?
Just know that when Gabriel Rosado's in the ring, I'm giving it all. I'm giving my heart, sweat, tears, everything. We're leaving it all in the ring, and we're confident to be victorious.
Your final message for Ali Akhmedov?
You know, just good luck, man. Let's get it on.
No gamesmanship, sportsmanship. Gabe Rosado, good luck to you, my man. Back up to you in the studio.
Don't take this as bigotry, but you know who else is big too? Steve Kim. That's a big Asian. You don't never see Koreans that big.
Ali Akhmedov almost looks like a cross between Ivan Drago, and Melokuziev, who Rosado knocked out, though, a couple of years ago. Tough ass for Rosado, this one, but we know he's got the power and the experience to get it done.
Yeah, we talked to Rosado yesterday, and I think the key is to use that Philly-style boxing ability that he has and stay away from banging, which he resorts to all the time when he gets hit with a clean shot. That's key in this fight. That's key.
That's key in the fight indeed. Let's go back down to David Diamante for a co-main event weigh-in.
How y'all feeling though? Y'all feeling the buzz yet? I'm feeling it. My blood is kind of pumping a little bit. A little bit. Look, Eddie Hearn doing another drug deal. Try to make sure the product gets delivered on time.
With Tekken Promotions and Boxstars are proud to present 12 rounds of
I have very brittle hands. Like my hands are fucked.
world. And now making his way to the stage, please welcome the challenger. His professional record, 28 victories, 4 defeats. He has 1 draw with 11 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the former WBC Fikumbak Super Flyweight interim champion.
I used to be some trash-ass, low-level street enforcer in my younger days. Fuck my hands up. Whooping ass.
De las Cabos, Baja California Sur, Mexico, Israel, Gonzalez. And his opponent now making his way to the stage. He is the defending world champion. His professional record, absolutely perfect. 16 fights, 16 victories, 11.
He do like the drug cartel boss that, like, he got cold killers around him, but then when you meet him, he has a heart of gold and he want to party and shit.
Antonio, Texas, USA. Please welcome boxing's youngest active world champion. Here is the reigning, the defending, the undefeated WBC Super Flyweight champion of the world, Jesse Bam Rodriguez. Now to the scale, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the challenger, Higa Israel Gonzalez.
Drink liquor to help the buzz. What are you talking about, Victor? Grow up.
114.6 for the challenger, Israel Gonzalez, 114.6 pounds. And now to the scale, the defending world champion. 114.8 for the southpaw defending undefeated world champion, Jesse Bam Rodriguez. 114.8 pounds.
Said my man looked like Sosa. Don't you ever fuck me, Tony. Don't you ever try to fuck me. Thanks, username 1. Yeah, I've lost 34 pounds. since, what was that, May the 2nd? Working out and cardio is not hard. Let me tell you what I hate the most. I fucking hate stretching. I hate it. I cannot stand stretching at all.
The WBC Super Flyweight Championship.
It's the worst part of my day.
The chief support here Saturday night live on DAZN pay-per-view.
It looked like you can just run into Bam Rodriguez at GameStop. Like he just always be up in there, and he collects like those, what's those bobblehead toys and shit? Them big head toys that kids be collecting. He collect them shits.
Jesse, your first 2 fights in 2022.
I stretch before every workout.
They went a little bit smoother than that, than what we just saw right then and there. What did you see from Israel Gonzalez? What was your message to him?
I mean, you can stare all you want, but come Saturday night, he's going to see that I'm something special.
You took down 2 of the 4 kings, as you put it, at 115 pounds this year. You're co-headlining Canelo Triple G. I know boxing fans know you. They have an understanding of what Jesse Bam Rodriguez is all about. What is the world going to find out about Jesse Bam Rodriguez tomorrow?
Tomorrow night, the world's going to see Bam Rodriguez is something special. He's a once-in-a-generation kind of fighter, and they're going to see a performance that they can't forget.
Funko Pop.
You've stopped 7 of your last 8 opponents. You doing it again tomorrow?
Of course. It's not going 12 rounds.
Jesse Bam Rodriguez.
I bet you he got a whole collection of them shits from GameStop. I bet you. Like you always catch him up in the GameStop, getting the Pokemon cards and shit. The VC, the virtual currency.
Two. Ran in, and by the way, it's like 40 degrees out there. I mean, it is hot.
You know why? Because Abe used to be a YouTuber. That's why he's so good.
It's almost 100 degrees. The Brit is in the building.
Patty, what did I tell you off camera? Hey, this is like double the amount of people that was here for Canelo Bivol. And for those folks that were saying, oh, I don't know if I want to see a trilogy with Triple G, come on. Everybody wants to see that fight.
Listen, there's more people here at the weigh-in than there are at some big fighters' fights.
At a lot.
Would it have been as big if Canelo had beaten Bivol? Is there something a bit more to it because Canelo's coming off a loss and people are maybe questioning Canelo a bit as well?
No,
that's
still be
that's a good point. Because look, understand something. If he would have beat Bivol, then they would have dismissed Triple G. Like, why
are
even
you
fight
beating
Triple G
an unbeaten
175 champion? Yes, and then fighting a guy from 160? Newsflash.
Oh, here we go. All right, we're gonna go full screen for the weigh-in. Let's make sure we're in 1080p.
But it's free to be out there. You know, it's free to see this guy. It's free to see this guy right here coming in here, Triple G, who's walking towards the stage now. But it's not free to pay for the pay-per-view. Would it have been the same? I don't think so. I think now the intrigue is there.
How about
you just lost? You might lose to this guy right here. Look at him.
How about
He's
the comfort
confident. Look
level?
at him.
The comfort level that Triple G has had. You chopped it up with him at
Come on, guys.
He's relaxed. He's not upset like Canelo. He's not tense. He's ready to show the world that, hey, I'm still the guy.
I'm surprised by how relaxed it is. And I do wonder, there's two things to look at this. A, super confident, had a great training camp with Jonathan Bakes, or it's a guy that he knows is coming to the end, and these are big events that you want to be part of. I don't know. I don't think Triple G thinks like that. I do understand that he's thinking that this is the end, but I also think he said, I won the first 2 fights. This is just going to be my 3rd victory.
Oh, and let's not forget, all of Canelo's belts are on the line here. So Gennady has an opportunity to be undisputed at 168. Wow. He's defending all of those crowns. We haven't talked about that all week. That is very important. He's always worried about legacy and belts. He has the opportunity to get all of them.
Yeah. All right, guys, we are ready. You've all been waiting for this one. Let's see how both of these warriors, these kings, look on the scales. Let's cross down to David Diamante for the official weigh-in for Canelo versus GGG Free.
Hey, whoop, let's mute that. All right, there we go.
Bienvenidos a Las Vegas, Nevada, Estados Unidos, para el pasaje oficial del gran evento el sábado en la noche. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada, USA, where tomorrow night, Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing and Canelo Promotions and Triple G Promotions are proud to present the trilogy. It's Canelo Triple G 3. 12 rounds of boxing scheduled for the WBC, WBA, IBF, WBO, and Ring Magazine Super Middleweight Championship of the World. Sponsored by Hennessy. Never stop, never settle. DraftKings, with action this good, why go anywhere else? O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day. MGM Rewards, Fred Loya Insurance. With Fred Loya,
I like David Diamante. He grown on me. I used to always troll him because I used to be like, yo, how do he take a shit with that hair? Like, do he got to put it over his shoulder? Imagine going into a public bathroom with that shit. The maintenance got to be crazy. Like, how do you wash it? You just soak it?
42 victories, 1 defeat, 1 draw, with 37 wins coming by way of knockout. Saturday night, he appears in his 20s.
I bet those tips probably got like the worst type of germs and bacteria ever. Just because.
And proudly fights out of his home of Karaganda, Kazakhstan. Here is a 2004 Olympic silver medalist and the reigning and the unified middleweight champion of the world, Gennady Genadiyevich.
Thanks for the super chat. Love you,
Triple G. Triple G.
Yeah, but if he wraps that hair around his neck, it's probably like a choking hazard. Imagine if he get like snagged on something.
Now making his way to the ring, he's accompanied by Beto Sierra.
Yeah, he can afford the upkeep, but it got to be annoying, right?
Professional record, 57 victories, 2 defeats, 2 draws, with 39 wins coming by way of knockout. Saturday night, he'll be appearing in his 23rd world
Look at the
title.
WBC.
The 4-division world champion, the 3-division unified champion, the 2-division lineal champion, and the first ever and only
That is true. He can use it as a scarf.
of the world, peleando fuera de la tierra del tequila y los mariachis, Guadalajara, Jalisco, México, presentando el orgullo del pueblo mexicano, Saúl Canelo Álvarez.
Canelo, 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 Canelo. Oh, he got some rappers. Bro, I think we're going to have to mute that. I always get copyright for that. Always. It never fails. Thanks, Hassan. We got some exclusive episodes coming up. We're trying to get Demetrius Andrade on the horn next week. That's an exclusive. I spilled the beans. Viva Mexico, cabrones. Guadalajara.
To the scale. Making his way at this time, please welcome Gennady Golovkin, Triple
Vamos, Canelo.
G.
Oh, shit. He clearly looking bigger. That 8 pounds is showing.
167.8 for Triple G. 167.
Yo, that's how fucking Marquez showed up in the 4th fight with Pacquiao. Remember he showed up looking like the Terminator? The T-1000? Oh, this is it. Oh, Canelo is finished. That's it. I've seen enough. Canelo finished.
Undisputed super middleweight champion of the world.
I've seen enough.
Saúl Canelo Álvarez.
I've seen enough, y'all. Oh, turn that down.
167.4 pounds for Saúl Canelo Álvarez.
Bruh. Canelo finished. Yo, I've seen enough. I've seen enough. Canelo finished. You heard it. You heard it here first, and we're going to be here streaming during the fight. And I have no issues eating crow. I have an iron belly from all of my fucked up predictions over the years. But this one I'm sticking to. I'm going all in. I'm going all in. He looks overweight. He's 8 pounds heavier. This is 168, bro. That 8 pounds is definitely showing. No, I'm not saying fucking Golovkin been drinking piss. Marquez nasty ass. That was some nasty ass shit. I disowned him after that. Mexican and all. Let's go full screen. Team Golovkin.
Saúl Canelo Álvarez, Gennady Golovkin, 12 rounds for the undisputed super middleweight championship of the world.
Canelo's
Live
finished.
on DAZN pay-per-view, Las Vegas, Nevada, USA.
And Canelo herpes on his lip. It's not like good enough. Like it's not predominant. I mean his cold sore. I don't gamble, sock head. Gambling is for degenerates.
It's the trilogy.
I'm a man of the Lord.
Canelo, Triple G3.
I'm a man of Christ.
Natural Boxing, Canelo Promotions, and Triple G Promotions live on DAZN pay-per-view.
I don't know, cuz. I don't know, guys. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I think Golovkin gonna pull it off. Let's see if they interview him. I think I should start identifying as what do you call, what is it? A Kazakh? Like when you're from Kazakhstan? Are you a Kazakh? I think I should identify as that.
Have faced off and stared down at one another multiple times in recent months.
I need a new ethnicity.
What did you see in his eyes for the final time this afternoon?
You know, guys, not new. Like, same like every time.
He has said multiple times he is looking to stop this fight early. What is your response 24 hours ahead of fight night?
No comments.
With that, what is your final message to these fans here in Las Vegas?
No, today is biggest day. Like last night is biggest day for all Mexican people. Very independent Mexican day. Congratulations, guys. You know, like a biggest day for country. Congrats, guys. You know, I want to tell not just only my people, all boxing fans. Come on, guys. If you're really boxing fan, you know who is the real champion.
Ooh. And it's not Canelo.
Thank you, Gennady.
Vamos,
the final words
Golovkin.
from Gennady Golovkin here on stage, and we'll talk to Canelo Alvarez in a matter of moments.
Vamos.
Let's go over there right now.
I think Jonathan Banks is just there to be a trainer, but I really think Golovkin trains himself. You know, and also he didn't want to pay Abel Sanchez, so Jonathan Banks probably come real cheap.
Canelo, just talking to Gennady, he said nothing is new in terms of what he sees in your eyes after multiple stare downs over the course of the summer and here in fight week. What did you see in Gennady's eyes this final stare down?
No, quizás en mis ojos no tiene que ver nada nuevo. No espero que vea nada nuevo en mis ojos. Lo que tiene que ver nuevo lo va a ver mañana.
We have Kieran Simpson here translating.
So perhaps that he saw nothing new in my eyes, but what he will see new and what he needs to see is what happens tomorrow.
I asked him for a response to the countless comments you've made about wanting to stop this fight early. He said, no comment. How badly do you want to inflict pain on Gennady Golovkin and make him remember tomorrow night?
No es lo que quiero. Al final de cuentas sé que tengo un gran peleador, que no va a ser fácil, pero al final del día es lo que quiero. Quiero terminar esta pelea antes de los 12 asaltos y desde el primer asalto voy a buscar hacerlo.
That's what I want, you know. But I know it's not going to be easy as a great fighter. I want to finish it within 12 rounds, and I'll be looking at that from the very first round that I go into it.
This scene never gets old. They come out here for you on stage outside T-Mobile Arena, Mexican Independence Day week here. What is your final message to the fans that have turned out here for the weigh-in today?
Gracias a todos por estar aquí. Los aprecio mucho. Espero que disfruten mañana una gran pelea y que viva México, cabrones!
Yeah, México, cabrones!
Canelo, good luck to you. Let's head back upstairs for some very special guests.
Who's these special guests?
Stand by.
Electrifying. Danny Jacobs.
Champion of the world, Daniel Jacobs, and the First Lady of Boxing, Rosie Perez. Welcome. I mean, what is the vibe feeling like right now? Look, you've been in there with both guys. Tell me what is going through Triple G's mind fighting against.
She's supposed to be the first lady of boxing, but I follow on her Twitter. Sometimes she be saying some casual ass shit. Just because they females, you can't give them a pass for, you know, them thinking they know what they be talking about.
Inexperienced in this field. Right. I just think that the age factor is going to be the difference in this fight, and I'm interested to see what all he has left in the tank.
Who will you be rooting for, though, in this fight?
I'm about to change my prediction to Canelo. I'm about to turncoat.
Fight. And so I'm hoping that the fans actually is the winner of this one. And so
we already know who Rosie rooting for. She's a Triple G girl.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. That was a very diplomatic
answer.
You know, I'm really rooting for Triple G. I've been a fan from day one. I am a fan of Canelo, but I got to stick with my first guy, Triple G. And I think that I agree with Danny, and I also think that a big factor would be the damage that Triple G has taken to his body over the years. Canelo is much less damaged, and I think that's going to be a factor combined with the age.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room. A lot of people felt that Triple G won the first one. I'm pretty sure you do. But I want to talk about that second fight.
No bullshit, though. She do be like, even though she watch all the fights, sometimes she will post some completely casual ass shit. I'm not even joking, not even trolling.
The numbers say that Canelo did win, but I just really thought that what Triple G brought to the second fight, it should have been a draw. I did not think that Triple G won the second fight, but I wanted a
Well,
draw.
he backed up most of the fight, and Canelo pressed that fight and landed a lot of power shots, but Triple G did land a lot of jabs in the
She
second.
damn near 60.
Look, let's face it, Canelo was able just to simply adjust in that second fight that they had.
Yeah.
He was able to see Canelo's, Golovkin's flaws, pressure him, push him back, do things that we really haven't
58.
seen Triple G been through in a very long time, probably since he last fought me. Nonetheless, it was still a great showing for Canelo. So if he can add that same mentality, that pressure, and that power and skill, it'll be an interesting fight.
Okay, so
A
listen,
misogynist?
I don't want to skip the fact that this is a New York set right here.
That's right. Remind him.
So listen,
I don't need
pop
those
quiz
problems in
right
my
now.
life.
If I say, if Brooklyn's in the house, what do you say?
Without a doubt.
I'm gonna rock with
I was thinking that.
Cringe.
But listen, seriously, I want to ask you about power. People, when there's a common opponent, I always ask, like, who hits harder, Triple G, Canelo?
You know, it's really hard because both guys specialize in power and skill. I just think that Golovkin had just a little bit more umph in his punches. Even his jab at some point felt like it was a right hand.
Damn.
Where Canelo had to put a little bit more emphasis.
Right.
And sometimes Canelo has to sit and plant in order to throw those power shots. So where Golovkin can move on the fly and sometimes have power shots, overhand rights, he's really good at the things that he does, ultimately setting up those power shots.
So who do you think is the smarter fighter? I'm sorry, because I scored it 8 rounds to you, when you fought Golovkin. Who do you think is the smarter fighter?
I think I'm going to change my pick. Is that okay?
It's kind of hard to tell. I mean, both guys knows how to adjust. I think this last fight with Canelo showing the best adjustments, if he can do the same thing, I think he'll have the same results with a guy who won't say past his prime, but probably touching there.
Come on, Rosie.
I feel like turncoating.
Look at all that.
Look at the love he's
showing
showing
to his daughters. I mean, such a great father.
I want Triple G to win, but I do honestly think that Canelo's going to take it. And I also think that what's another interesting factor in this fight is that Canelo's coming off a loss.
Right.
And his mind has to be right for that, And also, Triple G's coming off of hurt. He's been hurt for a long, long time because he never really got over that, first fight decision,
Good point.
So I ask you this, though, Rosie. Triple G is 40 years old. We know he's still competitive. We all saw what he did in Japan against Murata. I thought he looked like typical Triple G. But if he should lose this fight, is it okay to say...
I think I'm going to be a whore and change my prediction. I'm not feeling it no more.
walked away. If this was his swan song, I would not be mad.
What if he won? Should he still hang it up on top?
I think that would be genius.
That's the best way to go out.
That's the best way to go out.
Absolutely.
What do the kids say? I'm going to be a whole ass hoe and change my prediction. Not yet, though. Let me see.
Made his spot solidified to where Canelo is in there. Triple G is
I can change what I want. This is my
so I
show.
feel like whoever retires first,
Damn
who's
it.
obviously probably going to be Triple G, will have that top.
I mean, look, as big as a Canelo, as big of a star he is, he still stops to the fans. He shows love. He takes pictures. He signs autographs. I mean, sometimes it takes him a half hour to get out of the arena because he shows that much love. That's why these people are here.
Yeah.
That's why this place is
I
packed.
still got time to change my pick. No,
if you
I can
don't
change
cater
it.
to your fans,
It's not too
fans
late.
will not cater to you.
Amen.
So
I
it
see
is very
something.
important to appreciate the people that appreciate you, that come out, pay big money to come see you each and every time.
I mean, you've been there, Danny. I mean, how does that feel? Going to Brooklyn to the Barclays Centers, people stopping, hey, Danny, the Miracle Man, taking pictures. Does that never bothers you? I can't
It
assume.
never bothers me. I think being a fighter, we fight for so many different things. And to have the support of the fans who understand we put our lives on the line each and every time we step foot in that ring,
about to
to be
change
able
my
to say,
pick.
hey, we appreciate you. Hey, what you do is not taken for granted. And, it's a
It was
chip
the
on
love
our shoulder
Canelo
keep
showed
us
to his
going.
kids.
Well, speaking of you getting in the ring and stuff, when's the
That
next
touched
time
me.
we're going to see the Miracle Man back in the
Very,
ring?
very, very soon. So I have some things that I can't really reveal quite yet. But we're working on some things. I'm looking forward to ending this year with a big bang and hopefully going into 2023 with some good ideas.
Okay, we need final predictions from both of you. Rosie, I'll start with you. Prediction, how does it play out?
I think it's going to go to the distance, and if so, Canelo will get the decision.
Danny?
I got to agree with my fellow Brooklynite. I think it's going to go to decision. I think it's going to be more of Canelo doing once more what he did the last fight, but I don't think he's going to get the stoppage. I do think it's going to be a unanimous decision.
All right, Triple G, Canelo Alvarez versus Triple G, less than 24 hours away. But guess what? You don't have to wait 24 hours to order the fight. Scan that QR code, order the fight, get ready for tomorrow so you can relax and enjoy the show. You can only watch this on DAZN pay-per-view.
Very few fights can be.
I don't know, guys. I think I want to change my pick. It's not too late. All right, maybe I'll sleep on it. So as it stands right now, I still got Golovkin. But Golovkin, we do know he's going to need a KO. He ain't going to get no decision. It ain't going to be no decision. He ain't going to get no decision. I think I'm going to sleep on it. I'm going to see how I feel. Maybe I'll go get some drinks and then come back. And then I'll see how I feel after some liquor up in me. Because you know what they say about like a drunk person? That like a drunk man tells no tales. So maybe that's what I need. I need that liquid courage to pick Canelo. But here's the thing. I feel bad because, you know, I am half Mexican, half black, and half Irish. And I'm Chicano, you know. But, you know, and it's not good for us to pick against our own people. But my gut is telling me that Golovkin gonna pull it off. But in my heart, the gut is saying, like in my intestines and shit, and probably my bladder, I probably gotta take a piss. It's saying like Canelo. But in my heart, and I got a little bit of chest pain because the fucking all that creatine and caffeine and snack is saying, wait, what was it again? Which one? My gut is which one is my gut? Is my gut Canelo? Which one is more important? Like when you get like a feeling, like do you like is it like your heart or your gut? Well, my heart, because I'm Mexican, my heart says Canelo. But my gut, in my loins, it says Golovkin. Hey, how come everybody else can pick fights on YouTube because of race? And when T Street wants to pick, a Mexican because he's Mexican, then it's a problem. You know, everybody else can get the super chats and they can race bait and everything. But then as soon as the Mexican want to pick another Mexican fighter, then all of a sudden, you know, it's a problem. It's a problem. But nah, I'm still going to go with Golovkin. You know, but that's not saying that I might not turn coat. Because tomorrow I'm going to do a fight day preview about like 1 p.m. Eastern or so. Probably a little later, maybe 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. What's that going to be? 11 a.m. Pacific. And then I'm going to be streaming during the main event. So I might change up. I might switch up. You know? When does the betting stop? That's when I'll have my final prediction in. You know? But overall, though, I am hyped. I do admit I am hyped, though. Like, do you feel that, like, okay, how did you feel at the beginning of the week about fight week versus now? Because at the beginning of the week, I was like, well, you know, motherfucking Canelo versus Golovkin fight week. You know, I'm watching. I'm going to cover the fight, you know, all right. But now, like, I'm hype. Like, the blood is building. By the way, there's some nice-ass pajamas Canelo got on because he's going to need them tomorrow for when Golovkin put his ass to sleep. That's the way I feel now. I may not feel like that tomorrow. You know? But overall, though, all jokes aside, though, I do feel that the 168 pounds is going to really, really help. Look at him.
167.8 for Triple G, 160.
Like, this reminds me of when Juan Manuel Marquez showed up at the weigh-in for Manny Pacquiao for the 4th fight, and he came with that complete, like, physique, that whole physique change when he had Mimo Haradia, and he was drinking that piss, and a lot of people thought that Marquez was wheezing the juice. I remember Pacquiao was whooping his ass, and then bam, Manny gets put to sleep. I think that can happen. I think it can happen. We can have some shades of Pacquiao Marquez 4. for Canelo Golovkin 3. Look at him. That 8 pounds, man. And Canelo, his power is a little bit questionable at 168. Because look at the level and caliber of guys he's been knocking out. You see what I'm saying? You know? And at Golovkin's age, he was 160 in the amateurs, 160 in the pros. Maybe this 168 move is going to be a huge benefit for him. That's 8 pounds of more resistance that he has to these punches. Yeah, he may be slower, but I expect for him to sit on his punches more. You know? Yeah, when Pacquiao had got dropped by Marquez, like that was a telling point because Pacquiao was lifted off of his feet. Like you saw, like he got hit and he got stiffly knocked down. Let me play that replay. Let me pull that up. And that's when I knew, like, oh shit, the fucking Terminator showed up. I remember when I was doing that video, I was like, yo, I'm scared for Manny. Like, why does Marquez look like that? Let me pull that up. Pac versus Marquez for highlights. And that's when I knew, like, yo, Manny, you need to be fucking motherfucking careful. Like, for real, that shit can get ugly out there.
Let's get ready to...
Let me see if I can pull up that highlight of his ass getting dropped. What round was that? Had me scared to death. Here it is right here. Like, when he hit him with this and how stiff Manny had fell, I was like, yo, like, it's going to be some shit, man.
Statement that Marquez has
Look, knocked the shit out of him. Knocked the shit out of him, bro. And I think that something similar can happen here.
7.8 pounds.
What's my chat always? No, I don't know, dog. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Yeah, I damn near cried when Manny Pacquiao got knocked out. I was like, Manny, no! I was hurt. I was like, what the fuck? Like, why'd you do that? I was so upset with Juan Manuel Marquez, and I started cussing him. Honestly, I don't think I can go, even though I'm Mexican, I don't think I can go to Mexico. Because people were threatening to cook me and shit. No bullshit. I was getting death threats on YouTube, on the last channel I was on.
167.4 pounds.
Somebody told me they was going to queso me. Like, you know how, like, they put you in a barrel and they, like, throw all this gasoline on you and rubber and old-ass tires and they cook you? Like, I would have been pissed if I fucking got cooked. Like, somebody sent me a message, like, you know, of somebody being burnt alive in a fucking barrel. Said that was going to be me if I ever came to Mexico. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, I used to be a big-time YouTube troll, yo. I used to be a big-time YouTube troll. Like, big time. Queso, right? That's what it is? When they fucking put you in a barrel, they tie you up and then start throwing all these this rubber in there. Then they douse you in gasoline and start cooking you. Don't want those problems in my life, Newt. I would have been pissed. Go out like that getting cooked. I would have been hot. I would have been pissed. So that's probably why I'll never be going to Mexico.
Saul Canelo Alvarez.
There might be still bad blood.
12 rounds for the undisputed super middleweight championship of the world. Live on the Zone pay-per-view, Las Vegas, Nevada, USA.
Yeah, they don't fuck around in Mexico. They do stuff like they'll cut your dick off, put it in your mouth, and then hang you from a bridge. Like, that shit ain't funny, but, like, bro, you know, like, wild. Like, chainsaw you to death. Like, why you still alive and show you your limbs? But, like, look, motherfucker, here's your leg. And just smack you with your own leg. They don't fuck around down there, man, in Guadalajara.
G3, Natural Boxing, Canelo Promotions, and Triple G Promotions live on the Zone pay-per-view. So, listen, this is what we gonna do.
I'm going to get up out of here. I'm going to decide what I'm going to have for dinner. And I think I will go get me a drink or two. So once again, here's a question before I bounce. Oh, by the way, we're going to be here tomorrow for Fight Day preview at about 1 p.m., 2 p.m. Eastern or so, maybe as late as 3 p.m. Eastern. And then we're going to be covering the whole, the main portion of the card with, I'll have individual videos for Diego Pacheco versus Enrique Collazo, Austin Amo Williams versus Kieran Conway, Gabriel Vazalo versus Ali Akhmedov, Jesse Bam Rodriguez versus Israel Gonzalez, and then we'll be streaming during the main event of this fight. So if you haven't seen one of my fight night streams, we're the only YouTube channel that we show brief legal fair use highlights in between rounds. You know, like it's hard to explain, but you'll be able to see how we do it. Listen to the post-fight interviews, then we'll take a break, then we'll be here for the post-fight press conference. But in the meantime, I want to take myself out. I've been to the gym every day this week. No, I took off. Was that Wednesday? I've been in the gym like 13 of the last 16 days, something like that. Or was it 14 of the last 16? I only had 2 days off. But anyway, I'm going to go get a drink, but I want to get something that's not going to fuck up my calories. I'm on 2,000 calories 5 days a week and then 2,500 on 2 days a week. So I want to get something. So when you drink like vodka, that's healthy, right? Like a vodka and club soda, you know, with a lime. Like that's kind of healthy, right? No Jack or Cokes, no type of sugary things, no cranberry. But I don't want to like fuck up my diet. But 2 won't hurt, right? I had a 6 ounce steak for breakfast, air fried, with 2 egg whites. For snack, I had a cup of non-fat yogurt with a half a cup of granola with strawberries. And for lunch, I had a lean honey ham sandwich. It was on like 5 pieces of ham on low carb bread. So I'm not having a snack before dinner. For dinner, I'm having boneless chicken breasts with brown rice and the bag steamed. You know how they come like the bag of broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots. So I think I should be able to have a drink, you know, that'll like, you know, max out the calories, right? I'll be cool. And I'm gonna take my ass to bed. So I think that's what I'm gonna get. But we do have time to talk about, since we're here, though, we do have time to talk about Spence versus Crawford. The fight has been agreed, but no contracts have been signed as of yet. So we're still waiting on, don't be surprised. It's supposed to be on November the 19th on Showtime pay-per-view. Don't be surprised if on Sunday night we get a full, or by Monday we get a full announcement. We get a full announcement on Monday. Don't be surprised. Or on Tuesday. And then a 2-city press tour, maybe? I'm guessing the fight's going to be in Las Vegas. A 2-city press tour, maybe in LA and New York. I'm guessing. But my gut or my heart is telling me that we're going to get an announcement next week. Now, I haven't talked about anything about announcements or anything about Spence Crawford. In fact, I don't really talk about it that much because if you noticed, a whole lot of motherfuckers on YouTube been talking about the fight for months now and nothing's happened. You know, but it is really here now. We're just waiting to see if contracts are going to be signed. And here, let me pull up this article real quick from Copinger, who put it out yesterday, ESPN Spence Crawford. I still have it a 50-50 fight, but if I was to say, you know, a part of me is leaning towards Crawford, you know, because he just seems a little more, you know, like a little more tools in the bag. But I had to see Spence beat Ugas in order for me to really believe like that he can compete and that he's really back. But like, dude is really back. Like, dude can motherfucking, you know. Okay, so let's see what this says. However, the deal has not been signed as parties' lawyers clean up legal language in the agreement per sources. Crawford, top worker with all proposed, he agreed to all proposed Financial terms from PBC creator Al Heyman, including a short end of the revenue split. Okay, so from this article, it looks like, which is understandable. It looks like that he finally caved in, and according to this article, is that he's taking a shorter end of the split. The package includes a bilateral rematch clause that the loser will have the right to exercise. Okay. Per source, if the rematch clause is triggered, the winner will earn the majority of the revenue for the return bout. That makes sense. See if there's anything else relevant in here. Nope, shit we already knew. Here's a quote from Crawford. I'm free to do whatever I want, said Crawford, a 3-division champion from Omaha, Nebraska. There's nothing standing in the way of us fighting. There's no promotional company that's blocking it. There's no wrong side of the street. There's no nothing. Let's see who the best welterweight in the world is. I did hear that one of Crawford's hang-ups was him getting guaranteed money, because Crawford made a lot of money over on ESPN to not be pay-per-view. What was his guarantee just fighting on regular ESPN? I forgot the numbers. Can somebody tell me in the chat? What was it, 3.5? Or was it 4.5 million he was making per fight? I think it was 3.5, right? I don't remember. Somebody help me out in the chat. But what PBC does is they'll tell their fighters that fight on pay-per-view, I will give you $1 million, 1.5, $2 million, $3 million, and then you have to sell the fight yourself. You get, pay-per-view split or pay-per-view points. But we don't know when those pay-per-view points kick in. For example, to simplify things, how much does Spence Crawford have to do for them to get pay-per-view points, buys? For example, Floyd Mayweather, from my understanding, he made a guaranteed $32 million or something a fight from a Showtime deal, but he didn't get money from the pay-per-view buys unless the pay-per-view made over $1 million pay-per-view buys. You see what I'm saying? And he even posted the graphic himself after the Canelo fight on his Instagram. So that's what I feel like. Crawford was like, hold up, I'm coming over here. I was making a guaranteed $3.5 million off a pay-per-view, and I'm just saying I'm throwing out numbers, and y'all trying to give me $2 million and say, oh well, sell a pay-per-view yourself. How do I know we're going to do the pay-per-view buys to make up for that? For example, how do you feel that Spence versus Crawford will do on pay-per-view? I'm thinking 700,000 pay-per-view buys tops, 600,000. It's not like these guys have really, really big followings. But I do know that even casual fans, they do know enough to know that if these guys were to fight, that's going to add a boost. I do know that for sure. So you can say that Crawford is not as known as Spence or whatever, but I do feel that both of them together can pull some big, casual fans. I do feel that. Like superstars, LeBron James showing up to the fight and shit like that. Because Crawford, no matter how you slice it, he did pull in some pretty good numbers fighting on ESPN. And Errol Spence did pull some pretty good numbers fighting on PBC on Fox. They have, them together, it's one of those fights where them together, they can pull some big numbers. I think it'll do at least 500, but how much over 500 will it do? I think he can do 500,000 pay-per-view buys. Also, expect Amantis Stanionis to probably be on the undercard, and Michelle Rivera maybe to be on the undercard. I think the pay-per-view is going to do. What are the expectations for the pay-per-view? I think it's going to do 500, but how much over 500 will it do? I think it can do maybe as high as 700,000. I don't think it's $1 million pay-per-view buy fight, and I don't think it's an 800,000 pay-per-view buy fight. But I do think it's going to do a number that's going to have people like, whoa, shit, all right. Now, it's supposed to happen on November the 19th. So, that's literally in 2 months. 8 weeks. So they really got to start getting it going. Who do I have? Honestly, I'm still saying Bud. Dude is see, both of these fighters are special. You know, like I really feel like Bud just, you know, like he's a special dude, especially once he turns southpaw. Like, dude is special, yo. You know, but we have seen him get cracked and we have seen him get dropped. And he does have an issue when he drops his hands. You know, he got dropped by Kavalaskis. He got buzzed by Dirrell. He got buzzed by Yorkis Gamboa. Smaller fighters, by the way. But once he gets buzzed or dropped, he gets up and he puts the fucking hammer to you. You know? But Errol Spence, when he does fight, and when he's healthy, he doesn't show no flaws, though. Like, no real significant flaws. So it's still a 50-50 fight. You know, but I'm not here to fucking cocksuck these fucking fighters like these fucking YouTubers do. I'm just calling it like I see it. This is my opinion alone. You know, because Errol Spence got a whole bunch of fucking cocksuckers, you know? Excuse my language, but I guess it's a little too late for that. You know, and I like Errol Spence. But, you know, like, I still be concerned. Like, when he beat Ugas, I was like, and he broke Yordenis Ugas' face. So the power, like, I think that he's a harder puncher than Crawford. But Crawford, like, when he wants to stop you, he will stop you. And he's got that high knockout percentage. So it's an extremely tough choice. Yeah, Spence got hurt by Ocampo, and he got hurt early in his career. And I forgot who he was fighting on a Fox Sports 1 fight. He started screaming. He was like, ah! It was an old-ass Fox Sports 1 fight. Golden Boy on Fox Sports. Errol Spence got hit by somebody. I don't remember who it was. And it's a clip, but I can't remember the name, you know? Shout out to Lou Duva. Yeah, I'm supposed to be watching that Carlos Takam, the fight on tonight on ESPN Plus, but I might not make it because, like I said, I'm going to the gym every day.
How dare you?
And I be in the bed by like 9:30. Like, my body, like, even now I'm sore and shit. Like, I'm sore. I'm going through it. You know, so one thing, like, when you're going to the gym every day and then doing regular life responsibilities, you definitely be needing to rest. Like, for real. You know? But yeah, man, I'm going to get up out of here. Tomorrow, we're going to be here for a fight day preview of Canelo versus Golovkin. And we'll go from there. I'm going to be editing this video up into multiple pieces, put some of it on the podcast. Take your time out and go check out the Fight View 360 Boxing Podcast. We're trying. I was supposed to contact my source to get him on the phone. Donnell, you in the chat? I drafted up these questions for Demetrius Andrade, who's been ordered to fight Zach Parker. That's going to purse bid, but we're trying to get Demetrius Andrade on the podcast for next week to talk his thoughts on Canelo Golovkin post-fight. So we're going to start rolling out. I just got my podcast monetized last week, so I didn't want to put no hard-hitting content out until we were able to start making money off of it. So we're going to start rolling out interviews on the podcast like soon. You know, thanks for watching. Drop a like before you go. I'm T Street Controversy with Fight View 360, and I'm getting up out of here. The WBC app powered by the Vive Network. Been with them for a year now. All the links to all of my social media and all of my affiliations are down below in the description box. Thanks for watching. See you.